And welcome back to the Morning Blend, where we're cooking with Thunder Bay. Well, Chef Mike Stigler is back to show us how to make their most popular small plate item. It's the spicy tuna nachos. It's my favorite. He was going to talk about Easter, but you're already booked up with all your reservations, aren't you?
Yeah, it's amazing. We've got almost 1,700 reservations so far for Easter, and we're really looking forward to putting on a great brunch. And you know, it's sort of an indicator that if you want to come out by us on Mother's Day, I would definitely recommend getting your reservation in now, because we're going to be filling up pretty soon for that one as well.
Coming up in just a couple of weeks, the second weekend in May, so people can call for reservations for Mother's Day now?
Definitely call for reservations now, and that menu is getting worked out for that currently as we speak. So yeah, definitely get your reservations in soon.
How many people do you serve in a seating at Thunder Bay?
Well, we seat about 450 people.
That's big.
Yeah, that's big. I mean, hopefully it would be nice if the weather was a little bit warmer. We could do some outside seating too, but unfortunately, I think they're forecasting, you know, maybe a little bit of precipitation. But nonetheless, yeah, we definitely try to pack them in.
1,700 is a lot of food.
It's a lot of ham. It is a lot of ham.
It sure is. So today you're going to make this. This is your most popular small plate. It's one of our favorites that you've ever made.
Yeah, it's delicious. I mean, most people hear nachos, they think of a pile of stale tortilla chips with, you know, jalapeno canned cheddar sauce on there. You know, we do the opposite of that. So we do it a little bit lighter, a little bit different. And what we start off with is, instead of using tortilla chips, we use wonton chips. So these are wontons like you would get like egg roll wrappers, basically. And we take these and we brush them with sweet chili sauce and a little bit of black and white sesame seeds. We lay them out on a pan and we bake them in the oven until they get a little bit dried out. And
so you make these fresh like this?
Oh yeah, we make these fresh. So
it's nice that they're baked and not fried.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it kind of, you know, helps to make it a little bit healthier and a little bit lighter. So we're going to go ahead and get those laid out as a base for our dish, and then we're going to go ahead and start doing the main things here. So what we use on this is sushi grade ahi tuna. Now this is cut from the center of the loin, and what we do with this is we season it up with Cajun seasoning and a little bit of ginger and spice. We sear it in a hot skillet until it gets nice and rare, and you can see how it's rare all the way through the middle, and then you have that nice even bit of cooked edge all the way around the outside.
And I've tried searing tuna at home. You really have to flip it on each side to get it to look like that, or it'll go more through the middle, right?
You do, and you don't want to put it in the pan and, you know, go, you know, walk away and watch a TV show and come back.
It's like 30 seconds on each side, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's about 30 seconds on each side, and then you kind of have to sort of like stand it on its edge like that in the pan to get it just right.
And it's on high heat if you were making it at home.
We get the pan like almost white hot before we drop it in.
Do you put it in a little oil too?
A little bit of oil in the pan, not too much because you don't want it to burn, but a little bit of oil. Yeah.
I never made it at home, and I've made it on the grill. Came out great.
So we're going to go ahead and lay these tuna slices right out on top of our wontons like that.
Tiffany, look, she's going to jump in there.
That's going to be the nice base for what we got going on here. And then to that, we're going to go ahead and drizzle a little bit of this sweet chili sauce right on the top of there. And that's the same chili sauce that's on the wonton itself. And this is going to serve two purposes. It's going to give it a little bit more flavor, and then it's going to kind of help to make our topping sort of stick to it when we put the rest of the stuff on top of there. So,
speaking of drizzle, do you know why Snoop Dogg carries an umbrella?
Snoop Dogg carries an umbrella. I don't.
But drizzle.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, man.
I just thought I'd give you that one while you're
groaning over. The band is groaning.
I'm going to pretend I never heard that one.
I think keep your taste out,
Heads down. Heads down.
Okay, so avocado. For shizzle. So you take our avocado, we spin the knife
avocado nizzle
all the way around.
So you don't like do that and get the pit out.
Nah, you don't really. I mean, you don't really need to. And another trick is whenever I buy an avocado, I always buy two, because you might think it's perfect on the outside and you cut into it. Especially if we're doing TV, I always bring two, you know, because otherwise you never know what you're going to find.
That's a beautiful one.
Voila, this one's nice and green on the inside. So what I like to do with this is you take your avocado, put it right in your hand like this. I like to get like a knife that's a little bit duller. You could even use a butter knife for this, because you don't want to puncture, you know, anytime you're going by your hand, you don't want to use a sharp knife.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous because I do this one at home since you taught me. It works perfect, but I'm always a little nervous I'm going to go through that avocado.
You can use a butter knife. I mean, as long as your avocado's ripe, you don't really need to worry about it. So you go right through and you just cut it right down through, score it all the way down by where the flesh is like that. And then you're going to take a soup spoon or a regular teaspoon type of deal, go through and scoop that all right out.
That is.
And then you're left with the nice inside pieces of your avocado, which are all in slices. So we're going to go ahead and put those slices right on top of our tuna.
Okay.
So we're going to lay these right out on there, and you can see that chili sauce that we have on there is kind of helping to hold it all in place. So we've got our nice fresh avocado right on top of there. Then on top of that, we are going to put a little bit of diced Roma tomatoes, which we take the seeds out of those and just dice them up real fine. Put those on top of there. Adds a little bit of color and also obviously a little bit of flavor. Put that on top of there. And then we're going to add a little bit of our wasabi cream. Now this is a little bit of sour cream that is thinned out with just a little bit of half and half. And then we mix in some wasabi powder. Instead of using the little stuff that's kind of like in a paste or whatever, this is just a powder.
You mean that's like dynamite?
Kind of like dynamite.
Some of that wasabi can be really intense.
Yeah, this is a little lighter,
yeah,
right?
and
nice.
the thing that's nice about it is that the cream kind of acts as sort of a milding agent, and it's not quite as powerful as what you would think. And we're going to finish it off with a little bit of green onion on top of there, which adds another little bit of punch. So you got the sweetness from the chili sauce, the freshness of the tuna,
beautiful.
the avocado, the wasabi, and that is nothing like your Miller Park nachos with cheese sauce.
I would have that any day.
A step above. I mean, it's lighter, it's a little bit healthier, it's fresher, and with springtime season right now, that's the kind of food that people really like to eat.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and that's on our dinner menu out at Thunder Bay. It's a tapas item, a small plate, so you can get that, either, order.
This is the size that you get?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, order 2 of them and you have it as a meal. Order 1 and share it. You come out for drinks after work.
Yeah.
I mean, have one of our delicious, cocktail features and have some tuna nachos along with it.
It's fantastic, Mike. All right,
good.
I'm going to give the information before I nosh on one of those. Here's Thunder Bay. You can find them in Pewaukee, right at 94 and 164, exit 294. Remember to make your Mother's Day reservations right now because they are already booked up for Easter. So again, you got to get those in early. There's the phone number on your screen to call for reservations.